Yeah, come on up here, Mr. Carvey. You're up. Yeah. Cole's going to be by. Oh, she's coming over. Okay. You guess. You'll join us. All right. Ready? Salute. All right. Right leg back. Fighting stance. Good. Remember when you're going back, don't go like back and then down, right? You want to go down and then back. So you have driving your legs. Remember working on that? So try that again. Feet together. So when you cover back, drop with and drive with power. Ready? Ready. Good. Remember also that we work pretty extensively on making sure to block your face and then come to your stance, right? We want to make sure that you're covered there. Okay, do it again. Feet together. And ready? Right leg back. Good. Snap that block across there. Somebody's trying to clobber you in the head here with a punch out of the blue, right? You want to drive back and try and break their arm with that block. Okay, do it again. Feet together. Ready? And right leg back. Go. Good. Okay, from there, snap kick. Ready? Kick. Good. So what's the first motion you make in a snap kick? Yeah, push off the ground. Get that calf muscle activated. Get your toes activated off the ground. Ready? And kick. Good. Watch it. You don't cheat. Okay. If you're in your stance and you know you're going to do a snap kick, some people tend to kind of like go forward a little bit this way. That's cheating, and it actually doesn't help you. It hinders you. Okay. The reason is what you're doing is you're taking the weight off of that foot, and then you end up pulling it up, right? So you want to actually put pressure back on that foot, push your knees out, have a good stance, so when you push off the ground, you've got some pressure to push with, okay? So you want to have that stance good and solid. Have your weight 50-50, okay? Do it again. Ready? And kick. Good. Again, loud ki. Start to push your air out. Okay, again. Ready? Kick. Good. Let's do that. Go ahead and go to a square horse for a second. Okay, so put your fingers on your belly here, all right? Now, as you just breathe out and tighten your abs, just like that. Good. Now, as you do it, don't bend over, but keep your back straight and just tighten those abs and try and repel back your fingers back. Again, ready? Good. Now push them harder. Ready? Good. So you can tighten those abs and repel that. So do it. Put your hands out like so, and go ahead and hit yourself in the belly. And same thing. Ready? Good. Now don't do bend. Try and squeeze those abs and push it out. Ready? And go. Good. So you can strengthen this up and use those muscles right and use your breathing so that a strike is not really going to hurt that much. Okay? You know, stops. You guys understand how it stops the wind being knocked out of you? Yeah. You ever had the wind being knocked out of you? Okay. What's happening when the wind gets knocked out of you? You know? They're not able to inflate, but it's not because their lungs are collapsing. Okay, anyone? Huh? What? No, it's not. Well, no. Okay, so the lungs are not really a muscle. They can't inflate and deflate on their own, right? Okay, who's had biology and anatomy classes here, right? So what makes the lungs? Diaphragm, right. Okay, so the diaphragm is like a flat muscle that goes below the lungs, and it goes up and down like this. Okay, when it goes down, that sucks air into the lungs. When it relaxes, the air goes out, right? Okay, everybody follow me on that? Okay, who's ever had a Charlie horse? Like, yeah, okay. What did you, okay, so when you get a Charlie horse, not only does it hurt a lot, but the muscle is like in spasm. It doesn't work, right? So when you get the wind knocked out of you, what's happened is those lungs, which are like balloons, they were sealed at the top, and you got hit in a way that those balloons wanted to expand, but the only way they could go was down into the diaphragm. So what happens is your lungs like slammed your diaphragm and gave the diaphragm a Charlie horse. Make sense? So now that muscle that activates the lungs can't move because it's paralyzed for that moment, okay? That's what knocking the wind out of you is, okay? So how do you prevent it? Let the air come out. Yeah, push that air out, right? So if you're pushing that air out, then they can't go down and slam that diaphragm and knock the wind out of you. If your wind is knocked out of you, you can't fight. Got it? So you want to develop the ki. All right, so, yes.
So even if you get punched, but if you push it out, it's not going to knock you out.
Correct, yes. Yes, you will also learn to kind of repel strikes, even not only here, but in other parts of your body. Your body gets tuned into being able to do that. And it starts with learning the ki. What else is a ki going to do for you? Scare them. Right, exactly. One more thing. What else would it do? Puts more force in your strikes. Like, if you ever like pick something up heavy and you kind of grunt to do it, gives you more power, right? So the ki activates all these core muscles, and that gets more force in your strikes. Okay, so it's got multiple benefits. All right, so let's go right leg back again, fighting stance. Good. Now, everything you do, try to start working on that ki. It's something you need to develop with it. Okay. So if you're counting by the numbers, you count 1, 2, because you're again developing, pushing that air out. You're developing your breath, right? When you're kicking, do the ki or breathe out hard. Okay. All right. Again, ready? Kick. Good. Again, ready? Kick. Good. Now the return of your kick should be the same way it goes out. You don't want it to go out and then swing back into position. You want it to tuck and drive back. See how the kick comes back to here and drives back into position rather than swinging and falling into position. Does that make sense? Okay, so do that as you kick. Try to make sure it comes back by your knee and then drives back. Okay, again, ready? And kick. Good. So hips come back, push back. Does that make sense? Hips drive out, return, push back. Feel what's going on in your supporting leg. The supporting leg is where your power comes from. Okay? So it drives out, it returns it. Again, ready? And kick. There you go. Feel your hips move. Okay? Again, ready? Kick. Good, good. Your hips don't move too well if your shoulders are hunched. Right? So, look, everybody stand up straight. Put your hand on the small of your back down here. Now I want you to move your head forward. Is there movement in your spine down there? Yeah, there's movement in the spine just by moving the head up here, right? Everything's connected all the way down there. So if you're hunched forward, your spine is kind of bowed out, and your hips are back, and you can't push with your hips, right? So simply having your head in a bad position makes your kick weak. Make sense? Okay, so that's why you want this. Pull the back straight, head straight. Now the hips can move freely on their own without being hindered by what your shoulders and head is doing. Make sense? Okay, it will give you faster, more powerful kicks. So again, right leg back. Pay attention to the shoulders. Shoulders back, head up, shoulders back a little bit more. Some of us think that when you go straight up and down, it may feel like you're bending backwards. Very common. So pull your shoulders back, pull your head back here, pull it back there. Okay, there you go. Good. That's straight. Probably feels like you're bending backwards, huh? It does. Why does it feel like you're bending backwards if you're straight up and down? Because you've been forward all your life, right? You've been a little hunched all your life. Okay, I did. I went through it. I was like, no, it's like bending over backwards, right? I remember feeling that. Okay, so that's got to be the new normal for you. This feeling has got to be the new normal for you. Okay, got it all the time. Ready? Not just when you're doing shoshin. All right, again, ready? Kick. Better. Change the way you kicked, huh? Much better because your body moves as a unit, right? If you're this way, your body's like all over the place. But if you're here, the shift of your center line puts power in your kick. Does that make sense? Your body moving forward as one unit puts power in your kick. Again, ready? Kick. Good. Left leg back. Fighting stance. Good. Okay. Snap kick. Ready? Kick. Good. Try not to swing it. Push it off the ground. Same thing. Ready? Kick. Good. Don't start by shifting forward first. Start by pushing first and let the kick pull you forward. Okay, again, ready? Kick. Good. Get that knee up nice and high. Now, ki, remember what's developing that ki going to do for you? Lots of things, right? Get the air, give you strength, scare your opponent. Pull the shoulders back, okay? Stand up straight. Ready? Kick. Good. Again. Kick. Good, good. And again, ready? Kick. Good. Kick. Okay, let's go back to right leg back. Now, last week we did a little combination. We did snap kick, heel palm setting in. Was everybody here for that? Yes? Were you here for that? Yes? Okay, so let's review that really quickly. We're going to work off of that a little bit. So we're going to go snap kick to neutral. The guy bends over. We're going to start a heel palm across our face this way, and we're going to set into a horse driving that straight out. Right, now if you remember the details, we want to set in as close as possible, okay? So if Mr. Carley's here, go to neutral, and I kick him and he bends over, I want to set down as close as I can and still have this little bit of room there. So I don't want to be going back here to do it, right? I want to set my foot in a horse here, not a hard bow back like this, okay? Because I can get power out of this turn of my hip in a horse. So that's what we want to use there, okay? If we went straight back, we would do more something like a ram's head punch, which takes a little bit more room, okay? Why am I using this weapon instead of this weapon? Any idea? Huh? Closer. Exactly. I can fight a lot closer. I can be, as he bends over, really close. See how close I can hit off of my body with that? You guys can put your hand up like that. All right, go ahead. Now, is your pec muscle active right there? Don't let your elbow drop. Keep the elbow high. Yeah, feel that pec muscle is active right there, right? That's super strong in that position. Yeah, got it? So you can hit really close. This is really good. What if, you know, some guy, like girls, what if some guy grabs you and you got your hands up free like so, right? Exactly. So Mr. Carley likes to grab. Would you come over and grab Erica here? Okay, just grab her and bear hug under her arms. This way. There you go. Can you hit him with those up there? Go ahead. Yeah, elbows would be nice too, right? Okay, those would be fine, right? Hit with the heel pumps. Whichever, yeah, it works fine, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Could you hit elbow and heel palm and elbow? Sure, right. Okay, thank you, Mr. Carley. So it's a nice weapon for that situation. They're really into, not too close, because that's where we want to be, because that's where we can fight well from, right? All right, so let's go right leg back. Okay, snap kick. Present this up by your ear. Set down to your horse and heel palm. So that's going to hit just as you hit your foot to the ground. That heel palm hits and keeps driving through. Don't set your foot back here. Remember, set it here. So we're just barely off on a little bit of an angle. Okay? Yeah, think about if here's a line, right? Your opponent's on the line. His feet are about this far apart. So that's his foot's there. I want to put just barely off of his foot. Okay? Yeah. Not over here. I want to set in really close. Okay? All right, so again, right leg back. Okay, snap kick to neutral. And drive to that horse and heel palm. So you're setting too far back. You're too far in, Lori. Okay? There you go. Good. You know, grab a partner. I want you to see where this head's going to be. Bad guys, as you get hit, you're coming forward, right? Your head's coming forward. Go ahead. Yeah, he's right there, huh? Really close. That's where you want to step. That was good. Okay? Go ahead. Do it a few times and then switch. Okay? Somebody go. No, yeah, don't practice missing. Huh? Yeah, don't kick her, but don't go kick to the side either. Okay? There you go. Good. So when you get kicked, you would bend over so your head would come in. Okay? Okay, go ahead. You know what? Tell you what, let the girls do it on you first, and then you two can pair up because you got cups. Okay? Okay, go ahead. That's fair, right? Go ahead.
Okay.
Good. Uh-huh. Yeah. Present. So you guys want to present that weapon, right? When you've done your kick here on your return, bring it up here first, and then set and strike with it. Okay? Uh-huh. Yeah, you can return. You can present it on the return of your kick. Okay. Yeah, there you go, Mr. Payne. You're good. Do it again. Oh, that's right. We put that ice scoop in there, huh? We put the. I forgot. Okay. All right, we're gonna do something different with it this time, huh? You can if you want, but I'm gonna change it on you here. Okay. All right, go ahead. There you go. Not bad. Uh-huh. Try and get that foot right by her foot. Okay. Yeah, turn this up this way. Just do your right foot for now. Perfect one side and then come back and do the other side later, okay? Don't step too far back.
Okay, yeah, so here?
Step right by his foot. Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay, and then I have his eye.
Yeah, and then we were doing a rip this way. Good, okay. Yeah, you're stepping across a little too far. Mm-hmm. You guys think about this. Think about it this way. When you've kicked, you're in neutral here. Think about this motion here, driving your foot to the ground. See how like that turn pushes the foot down, and when the foot hits, that continues the motion through. Okay? All right, so think about that, how that power comes from the twist of your body, driving, pushing it down. Okay? Yeah. Do it a couple times, and then let these guys do it. Okay? Yeah, there you go. Feel that? Now don't set in a little closer to him. Right. That was good. You feel the turn of your hips. Yeah. That was good. Good timing there. Yep, and then just hook the eyeball. Right. Good. Okay, why don't you let the guys do it on each other? There you go. Now try and catch right behind that jawbone right there. Yeah. See the jaw? Look, if I hit him here in the jaw, if I set down this way, that's going to turn his head and see that my fingers are still there. Okay. You can actually just shoot it through. And you know, here's a principle, you guys. If put your hands up like so. So here's the head, right? If I hit this pretty hard, it's going to go flying away. So it's really hard to go hit and then try and catch it, but it's really easy to go hit past and let it come to my fingers. Okay? Make sense?
So basically, you hit it and then you kind of like a light whip.
Yeah, but you hit through it and let it see if it goes right in. Okay? But don't try and hit and then grab. Yes.
When we're doing it, after we kick, we're like this, and our hand is already presented like this. And is this the correct way, like with
That's
your fingers
correct.
already bent?
Yep.
And then you would straight out. And
Yep.
then just turn your hand.
That's correct.
Okay, so as long as I keep my fingers like this, and remember to do that.
That's it. That's all you got to do from there to there. It's easy, right? Just turn your.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like this, and then you do some kind of random
No, here to hook.
here to.
Yep.
And if their head is hitting you in the wrist, then you can naturally do that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you let it. Let me hit you a little bit here. Look, if you can hit and let that strike bounce through. Good. Good. Let Mr. Pena do it there, because I want to move on here. Go ahead and you do it. Now he's going to do it on you. Got other stuff I want to move on. Yeah, just shoot through. So don't try and hit and grab as you hit. Shoot past and grab. Yep. Yep. Go ahead. Do it one more time. Yeah, you see how you're hitting. You guys can later just take like the bag or something and practice hitting through that. Okay. All right, you guys. If you want to practice that part, that hook thing, use there's a kind of a rubber bag in there. It's about this big. It's called a top 10. Hit that, and that's good practice for that type of motion. You can do it later. It's not part of our technique. It was just something threw in there for fun. Okay. All right. So right leg back. Do that in the air. Ready? Go. Good. Okay. Now let's just change the scenario. So I've got Mr. Carley here, and now you stay there where you were. And I got Erica back over there, right? And I know somebody's back behind me. So from here, I'm going to go through, and I'm going to use that motion to go into this person. Okay? So, thank you. So we got the scenario. We don't know exactly where they are, but you can see out of the corner of our eye. Now, ideally, if she's there, I would actually want to be going over this way. Okay? Going it around. But let's say we spotted it last minute, or maybe they're over here more, and as we turn, we pick them up peripherally over here. Okay, something like that. Okay, so last minute or something. We didn't have the opportunity to get around the shield. Okay, so let's do a snap kick. Now set down here, and I want you to drive this through. Now at the end of that, I want you to use it to push your left foot. Watch. Yeah, so you don't want to step early. You don't want these to go together, because now I don't have power in both, right? I want to drive it through, and my legs are pushing, and that last bit of push, I push off with my toes and spring that foot around. Right. That energy should then go into something over here, right? If you don't know what's there, I'd choose a hammer fist, okay? Why would I choose a hammer fist over a chop? Do you guys know? Yeah, but why would I choose that if I don't know exactly what's over here? No, actually, huh? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The chop actually penetrates more because it's a smaller, okay? So that actually causes more damage than a hammer fist. But I don't know what I'm hitting. What I don't know, maybe he's short. If I chopped him in the forehead, I don't want to do that, right? Yeah, so, or his teeth is what I would be concerned about, right? I don't want to chop in the teeth. Okay, hammer fist is just much safer weapon when you don't really know exactly what you're shooting for. When you're coming around blind, okay, choose that hammer fist instead, okay? Because then you're not going to risk. The worst, if you hit the teeth in that position, you might get a little bit of a cut there, okay? But that's the worst. A chop, man, that could go into the knuckles, and that's pretty dangerous, okay? So you use a hammer fist there, unless you had spotted them clearly and know the target, okay? All right, so snap kick, heel palm drive through, you spot them peripherally here, and pow. There you go, good. Yeah, that hammer fist will knock teeth out of their head. It is a lot of power. It's plenty of power, okay? Mm-hmm. You fire the weapon without really knowing where the target is. So what you're not going to do is go here, look, and then fire. You just sense peripherally that there's something. You don't see the detail, but you know there's something there, so you just fire. Okay? If the guy was too close, something else hits. You hit with the elbow accidentally. Who cares, right? You just fire it. But you don't want to go look because now you get hit, right? But if you fire the weapon, what's covering my face as I turn around? The weapon is, right? I cannot be hit in the face. What if that ended up knocking his punch out of the way? That would be fine, right? Then you just continue to follow that up with more weapons. You've got more. You're in a position to fire lots more. Got it? That keeps you safe as you come around. All right? So, snap kick. Good. Heel palm. Hammer fist. No, left hammer fist. Right heel palm, left hammer fist. Right heel palm, left hammer fist. There you go, good. Okay? And don't look, just fire it. Just fire that weapon. Okay, again. Ready? Snap kick, heel palm, hammer fist. So don't look until afterwards. Okay? Fire first. Okay, so from there, your hammer fist comes up. So now what's blocking my face? My elbow, right? As the hammer fist continues, then the hammer fist is blocking it, right? And then it comes through. Right. Yeah, horizontal hammer fist. Okay? All right, yeah, so from here, this presents, we fire it, we come around. If nothing was there, then you're okay, right? Yeah, so what? You fired a hammer fist, there was nothing there. You're back in your stance, you're ready to go. Okay? It's being safe rather than sorry, right? You throw that weapon, then you know you're safe. You don't come around blind into something. Okay, again, right leg back. All right, snap kick. Ready? Kick. Heel palm, hammer fist. Good. Now, if you start to feel this, you'll feel the energy flow from this one. You felt it already? Yeah, it just goes bam, right? Huh? Well, not too fast. You got out of control because you weren't used to the energy, right? You had more horsepower under the hood than you were accustomed to, right? The first time you drove a sport car, you're like, whoa, okay? That's good, okay? Still let that energy fly. You'll learn to control it by being used to where it carries you rather than controlling it by muscling, okay? So when that happens, let it happen. All right, do it again. Ready? Let's go ahead and put the heel palm and the hammer fist together. Just let it go, okay? Ready? Kick. And good, Good. Remember, don't look, just fire. Okay? Again. Ready? I'll just say go, and you guys do the whole thing. Ready? Go. Good. Good. So you cleared like this angle from here all the way over here. Had anyone been standing in anywhere in that, you're good, right? You're good. Okay? So, again. Ready? Go. Now, okay, so if we remember the detail of the foot going down close, okay, if I set it back here, can I move as quickly in this direction? It just limited me, didn't it? Now do you see why I wanted it close? Not only does it give you more weapons here, but you're able to flow into other directions faster, okay? Hard bows are good, but they're somewhat limiting sometimes. Okay, hard bows locking out into those. I mean, you can pass through them, but in places like that, your feet are going to be faster out of a horse. And if you can use a horse, you will do it. In this position, a horse is way better than a hard bow. Would a hard bow be wrong? Could I go 1, 2? Would that be incorrect? No, it's just more limited, right? I don't have the versatility to work out of that. Okay, it is still correct. Okay, all right. Again, ready, snap, ready, go. Right, good. Do it from neutral, feet together, same thing. Ready, go. Good, let it go, let it go. If it pulls you out of control, that's okay. Okay, you're worried about crashing. Okay, again, ready, go. There you go. Good, good. Okay, you guys feel it? Kind of fires you into it. Excellent. Okay, so we were working on upward defense, and we got block, and we got punch, right? Everybody remembers that? Yeah, I'll detail it out. But remember doing it, right? Okay, so we did our upward block. One of the details, there were a lot of details on the upward block. One, it comes all the way across, so it's blocking the picture frame. Two, it's this part of your arm is over your head, not your fingers, right? It's also very extended, so it slides off, right? Remember all those details? Yes? All that sounds familiar? Okay, and the other thing I really want you to concentrate on is where you are in relation to your opponent. If Mr. Carley throws an overhand punch there, go ahead. I want to be here. Okay, he doesn't like being here, okay, at all. Okay, but look at in that position coming again. If I'm back here, imagine if Mr. Carley were like 300 pounds with a brick in his hand, right? And he comes in with that, and I'm blocking here. And what? Yeah, the brick's going to hit my head. And if he didn't have a brick and he's super strong, I'm taking the full force of that. Still, it's not good, is it? Right? So but here, I don't really much care about that brick now, do I? Okay? So the other thing is, in that position, again, if I block here, can he pretty easily punch me? Yeah, okay, a little harder to block. Could he kick me? Yes, and he does have other punches too. He can come up underneath, right? So there's quite a few things I have to defend against there, right? Okay, so again, now if I get in here, can he kick me? No, there's not a chance. Can he punch me? Not very well. He can kind of get it around. Yeah, he's going to have a hard time coming up. So his only punch is kind of limited to this one here, and it still has to kind of swing out. And it's really super easy to block, right? Okay, so we've limited all of his weapons down to just one kind of weak one by getting in that close, okay? So, but when you're first learning it, what's your natural reaction when you see something coming like that? Yeah, back off. Don't want to do that, right? You want to get in tight, okay? All right, so let's do that. Okay, we're going to block up. Drive into your horse. Get in deep. Right. Now, the punch comes around like going around a big beach ball. Now remember, if he was throwing that other punch, this circle that we're making around the beach ball to form the punch is also blocking the other punch, isn't it? So that would block and then come around and punch. Right. Now here, we're going to be turning towards a hard bow. and this is going to be driving up, okay? There you go, good. All right, and we're really deep into our opponent there, okay? All right, so again, bring it up, block, big circle, punch. Okay, so now, Mr. Pena, if you come here for a second. He comes with the overhand. I do my block. See, I'm in nice and tight. Now, as I punch, watch my left hand. See what's happened? It went down. What did it do here?
Hit my arm.
Is this hand useful at all? No. Okay. So, because when I gut him, his hands tend to come down anyway, right? So we just simply let my block. All it does is it just kind of falls. So again, as he does this, I'm from here, and I gut him. Now notice I've got this trapped in here. Got it? He's pretty limited as what he can do now, isn't he? Got it? Okay, so let's do it in the air, and then we'll pair up. So bring it up, block, good big circle, drop, and this is right here sitting on his arm there, trapping it, okay? Yeah, got it? When you pair up, you'll see better where it's at, okay? Go ahead and do that. Grab a partner. Why don't you guys pair up for the girls? Partner with the girls there. Even closer, Lori. Really close. Now, you guys, remember, the reaction when you have that over is back up, duck, all that. When you duck, it makes you really weak, okay? So you want to keep that back perfectly straight, get the block to completely block your head, and you'll slip right in there. But you have to keep the shoulders back, okay? Yeah, there you go. Now you're leaning a little bit there.
Okay.
There. Now see, this will go right past.
Okay.
Okay? Okay? Keep it straight. Lean back. There you go. Good. So you fire that up over your head, that block will take care of it, okay? Turn your hips now, all the way. Right. Okay. The other thing is, you guys, if you don't turn your hips all the way, so if you kind of come in this way, then this is, again, taking more of the brunt of it, right? If they turn the hips, it slips right behind you. But you've got to turn your hips all the way, okay? There you go. Good. Cover hand's important here, huh? Okay, so now turn your hips. See what happens? Yep. And gut him with that. Right. Yep. Drop it and check. Yeah. And he's probably not going to step back. He's going to fold. Okay, just think of how much power do you have off of that hip. He's going to fold.
Okay, so wait, when we're in this position and we're going around our beach ball, we're going with our hips too, right?
Yep.
The beach ball,
Yep. Yes. Okay, you guys remember we were working earlier on the ki, right? That's another anatomy lesson here. Come here. Okay, no, I'm going to punch you. Okay, so the ribs go to about here, right? Okay, down below the ribs, inside there, what's back there? Not the stomach's not back there, but what is? Intestines, right? So the guts are all down in here. They just go all over in there, right? So if you hit somebody in the guts, the intestine, what happens inside the body? Nothing. They just kind of squirm around, right? Because there's really not anything solid in there, so they just kind of move around. It actually doesn't do much damage. Okay, right? Okay, so why do we have all these ribs in here? Protecting the organs. So all the organs that need protected are above the ribs. Below the ribs, there's not much really that needs a whole lot of protecting, right? So what we do is this goes in, and then as it penetrates, it goes up. It goes underneath the ribs and into those organs, okay? Because straight in is not really, you don't like that. Straight in is not going to do the damage down here that you want, okay? But in and then drive it up. Remember how we were humping the hip up underneath? Okay, when we were doing this, we were rolling the hip. That's why. This goes here, and you roll that hip underneath, like cheating on doing a curl, right? Yes. Yeah, we're not going to, see, hard bow would go perfectly straight, so I'm going to put a little bit more this, so this doesn't actually lock out, okay? Sometimes we teach it as a hard bow, but it's really an oversimplification, okay? You guys are good enough to put that roll in there, all right? All right, go ahead. Yeah, then you get up into then the lungs and the, yeah. Okay, go ahead. Punch. Go ahead and do the punch. Right, there you go. Right, yeah, up and in and up. Right. Yeah, so it goes in, and you guys, you want to feel the, okay, think about your opponent here. Are they going to come in tense up here throwing this and tense down here?
No.
They can, right? I mean, you can if you really thought about it and keyed it, right? But they're not doing that. They're swinging up here. This is soft, right? So you want to get this to penetrate. Huh?
When I see
You know what's coming, though.
yeah.
They peripherally, think about that. What do you really see? You're not going to see it when it's down here.
Yeah.
You'll see this motion, but down here, you're not seeing down in that area because your peripheral vision isn't down there, right? So this is soft, so that allows you to get some penetration, and so you let the punch penetrate a little bit, and then you start curling the wrist once it goes in. Then once it curls the wrist, that's when you hump the hip up underneath, okay? But let it penetrate and then go up, okay? All right, go ahead. Good, back straight, turn the hips. Right, See, and this would have slipped right past.
Yeah.
Okay, now gut him and drop that hand down. We'll get to that, but I want you guys close.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
That's better, Lori. Remember, turn the hip all the way, turn the hip back, okay? Good. So this is going to be on top, Nicole. That was better. You slipped inside. Much better. Make sure it slipped inside there, okay? Do it a couple more times. Right. So what do you do to keep him from overpowering you? Turn your hips. Now, yeah. Now he doesn't overpower you because his force goes past. Okay? Back, you gotta, you girls have got to have confidence in this upward block. Because when you don't have confidence in it, you lean and duck and all that, and it makes it weak. So you've just got to go straight in and just have confidence that it's going through, okay? It will. Because you're blocking over your head, right? You can't miss, because that's where he's coming, right? Don't look up, don't duck. If you look up, you tend to like get a little squeamish and then you duck, and it'll be weak, okay? Just snap. Just go through them. Yeah, it'll work. If you keep your center line, it'll work. And you keep your stance, okay? Do it a couple more times. Yeah, that was good. Good. Go ahead and let the guys pair up with each other there. Yeah, turn the hips into it. Get in close. There you go. Good. Now make your circle. No, keep this. Yeah, keep this. Just goes from here to here. That's it, right? Boom. Right. That's all there is to it. Okay? Drop your hand. Drop. Yeah. Yeah. And just keep it here. Keep this here. Like this. Yeah. There you go. Good. Uh-huh. Yeah, so stay in close. If they get too far away, you guys, do a step correct. Mr. Carly, come here for a second. Look, if he comes in with a strike and I'm too far away, right? What do? Step correct, okay? Just adjust yourself in. Yeah, well, the way it works is you step, and then you start it as this step is going, and then the step hits the ground by impact. So it's 1. See how they time together? And that, so your foot, it's moving, it has no reinforcement while your punch starts, but as it hits, so it reinforces at impact. Yeah, that's a step correct, okay? And you could continue to do that. So if you had Mr. Gerosis here, look, if you had, so say you had someone his size against Nicole there, right? And his head's kind of way up here. So if he comes in, say, imagine if I was small, you could just keep working this here with those step corrects, right? And so I changed the weapon to a heel palm because I want to get up under that xiphoid process and break that off.
We work on the one where we went like this, and then we would take them.
Yeah, you could do something like that too. Absolutely. Yep, exactly what you do. You keep this going down here until their head comes down and then pop up to the head. Okay? All right. So that step correct could continue those on. Okay, you could do rolling reverse punches too on that. I like the heel palm better because it gives a tighter circle. It's faster, and you can hit that xiphoid process, and breaking that thing is very, very painful. Okay? All right, but let's move on. So we've done our block. We block. We make our big circle here. We punch them. We drive our hips under. Our heel palm is right here. You guys know what's coming next, right? Start that heel palm. We worked it on the other side. Okay? Start the heel palm and push off. There you go. Got it? That's an extra. No, I showed you that to show you that you could continue your motion into another opponent. Okay, this technique ends here, but could you take that motion into whatever you want? Sure, right? So it's a form of cover out. So essentially we're hitting and covering out at the same time. Okay, so it's just kind of a form of cover out. But that energy you can take the energy off of that cover out and continue to some other weapon. A hammer if it's a heel palm, a kick. It doesn't matter. A block, right? It could be here, block, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just the energy flow. Okay? All right. So again, ready? Block, punch, heel palm, set. Remember the timing of the step is when? Yeah, the weapon goes through, and just as it's finishing, then the step happens. Okay? All right. Do it again. Ready? On your own. Ready? Go. Don't step too early. Okay? Got it?
I was still trying to think about it. I just have to do it.
Let me go through the numbers. Okay? Ready? And 1, 2, start your heel palm, 3, step. There you go. Good. Uh-huh. Again. Ready? 1, 2. Start your heel palm, push off into your step. And then you just follow that with, if there was nothing else, into your cover out. Okay? All right, again. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Good, and cover. Good. Got it now? Okay, do it in the air on your own first. Ready? And go. Yep, not bad. Everybody, the step. Hold off on the step a little bit, okay? Because if you pick it up too soon, you don't have the power for that. You want the hips driving through that heel palm, and then it just pushes off at that last moment. It's kind of like when you guys learned downward defense, right? You did downward defense, and this little push-off step, it's kind of the same push-off, right? Going the other direction, but opposite foot going the other direction, but the same idea, okay? All right. So again, ready? Go. Push. There you go. Good. Okay, pair up real quick and try it. You guys switch partners. Find somebody else to hit. Anybody, it doesn't matter. Turn your hips in more, Mr. Rosas. Right. There you go. That's it. Keep that nice and tight and just trap them. Good. You guys don't forget that the circle that you're making for the punch can also be a block, right? What if he threw the other punch? And you can play around with that. Have the bad guy throw the other punch. Okay? So if your cover hand is not in the right place, you'll have a trouble. Cover hand. Yeah. Block. Block. Punch. Right. Heel palm. Right. Okay. Big circle. Punch. Right. Watch. Don't step too early. Okay. Drive through first. Yeah, when you guys trap the arm, you can keep your elbow. You don't have to bring your elbow down. Keep your elbow up. It's just this here. Look, if Mr. Jarosis comes in. Yeah, look, he comes in with a punch. Okay, from in here, see, have I got this trap? I can bend in my legs, not my arm, right? So if I need to trap it more, I can bend the legs in there. But I don't drop the elbow. I want that up so I can fire quickly. Okay, got it? There you go. Turn your heel palm sideways, Laura. Bend your fingers a little bit. You were up this way. It'll jam. It's got to go this way. That way, right. Yeah, you had it up. You started turn it this way. Touch your fingertips to your chin, to your cheek. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Bend your fingers. Bend your fingers. Put it on your cheek, right there.
Okay, so this should be your...
Yeah, boom, right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Bend your fingers. Put the outside of your fingers on. Yeah, like that. There you go. There you go.
Okay, sorry. There you go.
There, put your fingers on your cheek like that. That's where it fires from. There you go. Yes. Good. Remember to don't step too soon.
Yeah, I know.
Don't step too soon. Don't drop the elbow. You guys have plenty of control with that elbow up. Just use your legs. Okay? Yeah, there you go. Good. All right. When you guys practice that on each other, practice dropping your legs and feeling that control you have by using your legs, not the arms. Okay? Yeah. And you want to step correct in closer there. So you're too far away, so just take a step correct. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, you're a little farther away. Yeah, you want that foot way past hers. Right, in there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, you guys, go ahead and salute. Face the front. Yeah, this is a really good one for really understanding how close you should be. Okay? If you want to be... Do you notice when I did it on him, how not... Again, here it comes in. Yeah, it does take your balance because you drive through them. But not only here, but notice I've got his legs checked too. Right? He can't throw that punch. He can't kick. And do I have control of his body? Yeah. Because, Well, yeah, because I can move his feet where I want his feet to go, right? He's my little marionette now, right? Okay, by getting in that close. But when you're a little bit farther away, you don't have that level of control, and therefore you've got more weapons that they can fire to deal with. Make sense? But you get in close like that, you have control. I know it's uncomfortable and not used to it at first, but guess how your opponent will feel when they've never felt that before. Okay? Totally, just they'll be so shocked and not know what to do that it is an extreme advantage. Okay? All right, especially when you're small. Okay, because a small person is down. How do you fight a person that's right there? You know, what do? Okay, you guys know what to do, but most people don't. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and see it in the air real quick. This is called upward defense. All right, ready? Go. Good. Good. Remember when you start your block that your cover hand comes up at the same time. All weapons, all techniques, both hands start at the same time. Okay? So don't go 1, 2, because that left you an opening. Left your opponent an opening. Okay, again. Ready? Go. Good. All right. All right. You guys remember that one? Good. We got 2 on the card then. Excellent. Let's close it up. All right. 1 down. Excellent. Good. 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 Ready? Up. Yeah! Very good, you guys. Doing very well.
Wait, how would toe shoes work?
Toe shoes, like ballet?
No, they're like, they fit your toes for running.
You know, I don't know. I've always wondered, actually.
I have